Yeah, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your guest, your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, today is Monday, September the 6th, Labor Day weekend, 2021. That's right, happy Labor Day out there to all you laborers. You workers, you folks that keep the America moving. Those of you and all across the world that keep things moving on. That's right, the laborer. If it weren't for the laborer, the world would stop, and we know it, don't we do? That's what this day is all about. It's all about you. Alright, hey, that's looking like it. No birthday shout-outs and no friends. I don't have no more friends. And my Pokey Pal. I really miss my Pokey Pal. She's too busy for me now, I guess. I reckon. I don't know. Potato. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. Looks like it's weather time for the Shen Show right now. We got 5-day forecast coming for you. And it's going to be brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non-denominational church here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's a non-denominational Christian church, that is. Here in St. Charles, Missouri, and it's located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. That's right, 63301, pastored by ordained Pastor John Schumer. And I tell you what, we've got Sunday morning services at 11 a.m. and an hour of power prayer at 1:30 to 2:30 on Thursday afternoon. Alright, alrighty then. Here's that 5-day forecast that I was telling you I was going to bring right to you. 88 balmy degrees out there with the sun shining bright. Beauty. That's where I'm getting out there. I'm going to get out there for sure. Anyway, clear to partly cloudy with low temperatures around 67 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 degrees. Oh, and that's overnight. 67 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. And then for Tuesday, September the 7th, we've got partly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be out of the southwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then we got scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Then partly cloudy out overnight with low temperatures near 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain are going to be 60%. And then on Wednesday, September the 8th, we got mainly sunny skies coming on around with the highs of 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then clear skies with low temperatures of 56 degrees Fahrenheit overnight with winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I know that song and I'm trying to get to it. Oh, I know what it is. Alright, yeah. I'm going to throw it up there while I'm thinking of it. Song lyrics, Uneasy Rider. Okay, there we go. And then for Thursday, September the 9th, mainly. That, my friends, will be a very sad day for the United States of America, September 9th, because it is in Remembrance Day, because of the tragedy that happened with the 2 World Trade Centers. This is right, it'll be a Remembrance Day. Anyway, because I never forget and I always remember. Actually, that's backwards, isn't it? It's 9/11. Yeah, see, I was 9/9 in it. I'm sorry. It will be a little bit later on during the week. We'll get there though. Mainly sunny skies on Thursday. September the 9th, which would be 9/9. Mainly sunny skies, highs around 81 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable east to southeast at 5 miles per hour. And then for Friday, September the 10th, mainly sunny skies of temperatures of 84 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies with low temperatures of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Overnight, winds are going to be south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then that Remembrance Day, Saturday, September the 11th, partly cloudy skies with highs near 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies with a few passing clouds. Lows around 67 degrees Fahrenheit and winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, is your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. All right, well, alrighty then. Yeah, I'm thinking that the 8th is when the Beale Street series comes up. Yeah, the 8th, and that will be still pretty nice day for the 8th. Mainly sunny skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So that'll be a good night for the Beale Street concerts. Beale Street Concert Series is going to be September the 8th, 2021. At 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., located at the streets of St. Charles, 1650 Beale Street, and let's see, that's, that would be a Wednesday, of course, Wednesday, which is what they have every Wednesdays through October. Free Beale Street Concert Series, the second Wednesday of each and every month, May through October. Food and beverages are provided by the wonderful restaurants of Streets of St. Charles at a cost. Not freebie foods, foods that you need to purchase. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy the show with Dr. Zavagas. Now, the last 3 times that I've advertised for Dr. Zavagas concerts, they didn't show. They had to have step-ins. So, I hope everybody's feeling better in the band or group or whatever, because apparently that's something going on with their throats or with something going on, because they haven't been able to provide their entertainment. So we're hoping that Dr. Chavagas is going to be able to provide the entertainment, because, hey, that's what they're supposed to be there to do. Anyway, that, and then we're going to go into the Missouri River Irish Fest, which is St. Charles tradition, and you get to see some dancers and some all kinds of games and what kinds of stuff. I'm telling you what. That'll be September the 10th through the 12th, recurring daily. 10th through the 12th. Well, let's see. What do we got for weather-wise again now? 10th was mainly sunny. The 11th is partly cloudy. And the 12th was partly sunny. Chances of rain, hardly any. So you're still doing good for the Missouri River Irish Fest. So September 10-21 through September 12, 2021. Recurring daily, Friday at 5 to 10:30 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Located where? Frontier Park. That's 500 South Riverside Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. That's right, the Missouri River Irish Festival in St. Charles, Missouri is a celebration of the Irish music, culture, and a good old carrick. Vendors will be on hand selling some great food and merchandise. Bands will be laying out your favorites Irish songs and belting. There you go. That's what that word is, belting. Belating. Oh, they'll be belating out your favorite songs. Bands will be belting out your favorite Irish songs, as well as the Irish dancers entertaining the crowds. So, much to see and do. Some of the areas at the festival include musicals. Some of the things going on at the festival include music, dancing, vendors, cultural exhibits, Irish wolfhounds, something vintage. Did it jump too far? Irish wolfhounds. There we go. Children's village with loads of crafts and activities. An awesome wee village. And cold drinks, including lemonade, tea, and soft drinks. Adult drinks, including beer, wine, crafts, cocktails, and more. Irish exhibits. So come on down to the Frontier Park and enjoy the Missouri River Irish Festival Saturday the 10th through Sunday the 12th. Actually, Friday the 10th through Sunday the 12th of September. Alright, here we go. I'm going to bring a song to you. Remember the one I was singing earlier? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Here we go. I was singing the one I was trying to do the weather forecast, and this song popped in my head, and it was almost going to work out with the weather forecast in it, you know? But I didn't let it happen. So, anyway, here we go. Let me get a little sip of the H2O before we go. There you go, there you go. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Well, I was taking a trip out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, toking on a number and digging on the radio. Well, just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway starting to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight 'cause there wasn't a filling station in sight, and I just limped down the shoulder on the rim. Well, I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was just right here in front of this little bar, a kind of redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and I told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for one? Well, there was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place excepting him and me, and, well, he just looked disgusted and pointed towards the telephone. Well, I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have someone there in just about 10 minutes or so. Well, he said, now you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't bother to tell the darn fool I had nowhere else to go. But I just ordered me up a beer, and I sat down at the bar. Well, he looked at me, and I sat down at the bar, and when some guy walked in and said, "Who owns this car with the peace signs, mag wheels, and 4 on the floor?" Well, he looked at me, and I dang near died, 'cause I decided that I'd just wait outside. So I laid $1 on the bar, and I headed for the door, and just when I thought I was going to get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come strolling in. Well, with this one old drunk chick and some feller with green teeth. And I was almost into the door when the biggest one said, "You tip your hat to this lady, son," and when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Now, the last thing I wanted was to get into a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and only 1 of me. Well, they all started a-laughing and I felt kind of sick, and I knew I'd better think of something pretty doggone quick. So I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that would curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair, and I said, "I watch him, folks, for he's a fairly dangerous man." Now, he may not look it, guys, but that's just a disguise. He's an undercover agent for the FBI. Well, he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Well, he was still bent over, holding on to his knee, but the other rest of them folks was a-sitting and a-looking at me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, "Would you believe that this man has gone as far as tearing Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he voted for George Montgomery for president?" Well, he's a friend of them long-haired hippie type of pinko bags, and I bet you he's even got a common flag tracked up on the wall inside of his garage. He's a snake in the grass, and I'll tell you guys, he may look dumb, but that there's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. Well, they all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, "Now, wait a minute, Jim. You know, he's a lying. I've been living here all of my life. I'm a faithful father of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife." Well, then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. And when I hit that ground, I was really making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off of the jacks. And I threw the man a 20 and jumped in and fired that mother up. Well, Mario Andretti would have sure been proud as a one on the way I was moving when I passed that crowd, coming out the door ahead of me in a trot. Well, I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I couldn't resist the fun of chasing them just once around the parking lot. Well, they was heading for their cars, but I hit the gas and I spun around and I headed them off at the pass, and well, I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. Well, I had them all out of their stepping and fetching like their heads were on fire and their hind ends were a-catching. But I figured I ought to go ahead and split before the cops got there. Well, when I hit that road, I was really a-wheeling. I had gravel flying and a rubber squealing, and I didn't even slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if someone might have think I flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha. Alright, hey, it was the weather forecast was starting to sound like that, and I had to do it. I had to. Alright, here's the song I was actually going to sing for today. Well, I wonder, who wrote the book of love? Tell me, oh, who wrote the book of love? I got to know the answer. Was it someone from above? I wonder, who wrote the book of love? Well, I love you, darling, baby, you know I do. But I've got to see this book of love, find out why it's true. I wonder who wrote the book of love. Chapter 1 and 2 says to love her. You love her with all your heart. Chapter 2 says, shelter, you're never, 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 never gonna part. In chapter 3, remember the meaning of romance. In chapter 4, you break up, but you give her just one more chance. Oh, I wonder who wrote the book of love. Baby, 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 I love you, yes I do. Well, it says this, so it's this book of love. Ours is the one that's true. I wonder who wrote the book of love. Chapter 1 says to love her. You love her with all your heart. Chapter 2 tells you to love her. You are never, 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 never gonna part. Well, in chapter 3, remember the meaning of romance. In chapter 4, you break up, but you give her just one more chance. Oh, I wonder who wrote the book of love. Baby, 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 I love you, yes I do. Well, it says so in this book of love. Ours is the one that's true. Well, I wonder who wrote the book of love. Well, I wonder who. Yeah, who wrote the book of love? Who wrote the book of love? Alright, you know it was from up above. It was God. He wrote the book of love. He wrote the whole Bible. I'm telling you, friends. I'm telling you, friends. That song was brought to you by Jamie. That's right, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie is a Facebook page that shows you the artistic qualities of Jamie O'Driscoll. Yes, sirree, she is quite crafty. Quite the crafty gal. Take a look on Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie and peruse her previously done products. Alright, here we go. It looks like story time for the children, so why don't you all gather around the couch, the love cushion, wherever you happen to watch the TV Grandpa's telling story time, because that's what it is. It's TV Grandpa's story time. And it's going to be brought to you today by the Thankful Nests. Thankful Nests is a book by Janie Christopher, available at Amazon.com, Brightside Bookshops, and Patch.com. Thankful Nests is an adaptation story that is more true to life than any other author could find, or that any other author had written about, and so the author took it upon herself to write the story of her own children. The storm in the story represents the chaos and in the foster care system and all the trauma that her children endured before arriving at their home, sweet home. And so here we go. We're going to do the 3 little pigs today. 5 little pigs. The 5 little pigs and the history behind the 5 little pigs. Okay, because y'all know this little piggy went to market, and this little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. Well, this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. Yep, you know that story, and that's usually the end of it, but here we got a little bit more. The little pig who went to market. Let's see, we were back her up a little bit and see. Nope, I guess that's where she starts. There was once a family of 5 little pigs, and Mrs. Pig, their mother. She loved them all very dearly. Some of these little pigs were very good, and took great deal of trouble to please her. The eldest pig was so active and useful that he was called Mr. Pig. Sounds like Pumbaa. Anyway, one day he went to the market with his cart full of vegetables, but Rusty the donkey began to show his bad temper before he had gone very far on the road, and all the coaxing and whipping would not make him move. So Mr. Pig took him out of the shafts, and being very strong, drew the cart to the market himself. And when he got there, all the other pigs began to laugh. But they did not laugh so loudly when Mr. Pig told them that all his struggles on the road, Mr. Pig lost no time in selling his vegetables. And very soon after, Rusty came trotting into the marketplace. And as he now seemed willing to take his place in the cart, Mr. Pig started for home without delay. When he got there, he told Mrs. Pig his story, and she called him her best and most worthy son. Now, the little pig who stayed home. Well, this little pig very much wanted to go with his brother, but as he was so mischievous that he could not be trusted far away, his mother made him stay home at the house, and told him to keep a good fire while she went out to the miller's to buy some flour. But as soon as he was alone, instead of learning his lesson, he began to tease the poor cat. And then he got the bellows and cut the leather with a knife, so as to see where the wind came from. And when he could not find this out, he began to cry. After this, he broke all his brother's toys. He forced the drumstick through the drum. He tore off the tail from the kite, and then he pulled off the horse's head. And then he went to the cupboard and ate the jam. And when Miss Pig came home, she sat down by the fire, and being very tired, she soon fell fast asleep. No sooner had she done so than this bad little pig got out a long handkerchief and tied her to the chair. But soon she awoke and found out all the mischief that he had been doing. And so she saw at once the damage that he had done in his brother's playthings, and so she quickly brought out her thickest and heaviest birch beating stick, and she gave this naughty little kid quite the beating. And such a beating he did not forget for a long time. That's what you do to bad little kids and peas. The little piggy who had roast beef. This little pig was a very good and careful fellow. He gave his mother scratchy and scarcely any trouble, and was always took pleasure in doing all that she had bid him to do. And here you see him sitting down with clean hands and face. So some nice roast beef, while his brother, the idle pig, who is standing on a stool in the corner with the dunce cap on, has none. And he sat down and quietly learned his lesson, and asked his mother to hear him repeat it. And as he did so well that Mrs. Piggy stroked him on the ears and forehead, and called him a good little pig. After this, he asked her to allow him to help make tea. He brought everything she wanted and lifted off the kettle from the fire without spilling a drop either on his toes or the carpet. By and by he went out, after seeking his mother's leave to play with his hoop. He had not gone far when he saw an old blind pig, who with his hat in his hand was crying at the loss of his dog. So he put his hand in his pocket and found a halfpenny, which he gave to the poor old pig. It was for such thoughtful conduct as this that his mother often gave this little piggy roast beef. We now come to the little pig who had none. Wow, the little pig who had none. Whoops, I missed it. Now, this was the most obstinate and willful little piggy. His mother had sent him to learn his lessons, but no sooner had she gone out into the garden than he tore his book into pieces. And when his mother came back, he ran off into the streets to play with other idle little pigs, like himself. And after this, he quarreled with one of the pigs and got a sound thrashing. Being afraid to go home, he stayed out till it was quite dark and caught a severe cold. And so he was taken home and put to bed, and had to take a lot of nasty medicine. That didn't work. And then there was the little pig who cried, wee, 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 all the way home. Now this little pig went fishing, and now he had been told not to go into the farmer Grumpy's grounds, but who did not allow any one to fish in his part of the river. But in spite of what he had been told, this foolish little pig went there, and he soon caught a very large fish. And while he was trying to carry it home, the farmer Grumpy came running along with his great whip, and he quickly dropped the fish, but the farmer caught him, and as he laid his whip over his back for some time, the little piggy ran off crying, wee, 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 all the way home. And that, my friends, is the background story behind the 5 Little Pigs. Now, of course, there is another version of 5 Little Pigs. This little piggy wanted some corn. And this little piggy said, where are you going to get it? This little piggy said, Grandpa's barn. And that little piggy said, I'll tell. And the wee little piggy said, wee, 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 can't get over the barn doorstep. Ba-do, 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 boom, boom. That's the Junior Plowman version of the 5 Little Pigs. All right, here we go. How about the Daily Bread portion of the program? Well, that's right. The Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2021 will be Psalms 148 through 150 and 1 Corinthians 15:29 through 58. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, let's see. Resetting secure in God. Resetting secure in God is going to be our devotion for the day, the daily devotion, and the scriptures of which we are going to read will be Deuteronomy 33, 1 through 5, and 12. So here we go. Deuteronomy 33, 1 through 5. This is the blessing that Moses, the man of God, pronounced on the Israelites before his death. He said, the Lord came from Sinai and downed over them from Seir. dawned over them from Tyre. He shone forth from Mount Purion. He came with myriads of holy ones from the south, from his mountain slopes. And surely it is you who love the people, and all the Holy One are in your land. All the Holy Ones are in your hand. At your feet they all bow down. And from you they receive instruction, the law that Moses gave us, the possession of the assembly of Jacob. He was king over Jerusalem when the leaders of the people assembled along with the tribes of Israel. That was Deuteronomy 3, 1 through 5, and now Deuteronomy 33, 1 through 5, now Deuteronomy 33, 12. About Benjamin he said, "Let the beloved of the Lord rest secure in him, for he shields him all day long, and the one the Lord loves rests between his shoulders." And that, my friends, was your daily bread portion of the program, which was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Do not forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, my friends, hey, that looks like the end. That's the Shen Show in the nutshell, or the nut in the Shen Show. One of the two. You'll figure it out as we go along. Anyway, I got one more song for you, and it goes something like this. About goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. Oh, I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here. And I hope that you are too.